So tonight is my last night living in my studio apartment in Sheffield, England after 1 year. The reason that I've chosen to move out is because I've applied for a visa to live in Italy for 1 year. So I've decided to put everything on the line and give my notice for this apartment. So I applied for the visa 2 months ago, and believe me when I tell you that 90% of that 2 months there's been so much stress and anxiety, which in turn has seeped into my relationship health, my business health, my personal health. It's without a doubt been one of the most mentally challenging things that I've ever dealt with. I would say worse than gambling addictions, drug addictions, anything. I've ran an online business selling vintage clothing for the last 4 years. Most of that time I have lived completely on my own. Due to this responsibility and role, I've had so much control in my life. I've created my own routines. I've chosen when I wake up, I've chosen what time to go to the gym. I've chosen what time I eat, work, have coffee. I've become so accustomed to being in control all of the time that once a situation has arose that is completely out of my control, I've drove myself crazy. I've been thinking about my visa status all day and night. I've lost sleep over it. I've made myself ill over it. I've been checking the status online. I've been calling them. I've been emailing them. Just trying so hard to control the outcome of that situation. Just completely refusing to accept that what is meant to be will be. Add to this, I'm currently in a long distance relationship with a girl that lives in Italy. And of course, the distance is completely out of my control. And I don't even have a passport right now because the visa office have that, and I will have it returned to me once the visa is accepted. I've caused myself a lot of days that I would describe as living hell in my head. However, being in so much pain has forced me to work even harder on myself. I've been meditating frequently. I've been going to the sauna and the steam room 7 days a week, just purely for the mental benefits. In there, it's a time of presence. I'm without my phone. If I start my day with that, it sets me in a clear mindset for the day and leads to less overthinking. I've been going through a process of therapy for the last 2 or 3 months. I've been really digging deep into my subconscious through journaling, through meditations, through questioning my own beliefs. It's been a tough process, but I think without such a challenge, I wouldn't have been so motivated to work on all these things that I needed to, which have ultimately led me to the place that I'm at now, and I will sure as hell continue to keep doing that work. Now I see this whole experience as a positive thing. I've taken a huge lesson from it, and that lesson is that the only thing that you can truly control is your own emotions and reactions to outside situations. Control ultimately comes from a place of fear. You try to control your business or the outcome of a job. You, at some level, are fearing failure. You try to control the outcome of your relationship. At some level, you may be fearing abandonment. Anyway, fear is a topic for another video. This is a diary entry to remember this adventure. Another thing I've learned is how much you can do with so little space. I remember moving in here, it was so full, there was no space. The bed was next to the oven and the fridge when I first moved in, which made for a funny first night. Just the thought of being able to roll over from bed and grab a drink from the fridge, it was hilarious. I will put a little clip of that up now. The main event. Cheeky little lamp. Wardrobe. Anyway, I changed the order of things, and at one point I even had my entire clothing business in here. I'll always look back at these moments and have gratitude for my sheer willingness to believe in myself and just to make things work with the things that I have. And wherever I am, I like to make my living space as comfortable as possible. And I think the magic is definitely in the little things. For example, cozy bedding, a full fridge of food, sentimental pieces of art on the wall, a space to cook. If you have an online business and you live on your own, you undoubtedly spend a lot of time on your own. So I think tailoring your living space to your preferences is absolutely essential. If you're still at your parents', I'm sure that you still spend a good amount of time in bed or your bedroom. So I think it's still important to make that space as comfortable as possible for your overall well-being. Anyway, this next period of my life, I'm stepping into uncertainty. I don't know exactly what's happening, but I do believe when there is a will, there is a way. And I believe that something good will happen. And of course, I would love nothing more than to be granted my visa for 1 year in Italy so I can continue to build my business, enjoy life there, be with friends, be with my girlfriend. But whatever is meant to be will be at this point. It's less stress to think that, and if this doesn't work out, then I have to believe that something better will come along. But thank you so much for watching. If you have watched, this is more a diary entry to myself, and I can't wait to look back at it, and I can't wait to look at myself and think, stop being so rigid on camera, just loosen up and be yourself. But I haven't made many videos yet, so I'm sure I will get into the process of that. But take a risk, you will never be ready. Believe in yourself, pursue your dreams.